Speaking about balance, balance in motherhood, balance in business, entrepreneurship, or career, even at that. So I think that the first thing that I had to accept is something my husband always told me. So he used to say, "There's no balance in anywhere." I didn't like it. It sounded like, "What are you saying? You was able to do this and do that and all of that." However, I sat down to really reason with him at some point and I understood what he was saying. So I went back, thought about it, and I realized there's something I came up with and said, indeed, there's no balance anywhere because at different points in time, you'll be required 100%. Like we require 100% from you at different points in time. There's no balance anywhere. The only balance is you. Make sure you are standing well. That's the only way you can achieve balance anywhere. With motherhood that requires 247 commitment, with your career that is asking you for all of this, and then there's purpose, and then there's self-fulfillment, or there's your business. Business is even worse. You know, there was one time I was giving some unsolicited advice. I said, no two entrepreneurs must marry. Two entrepreneurs marry, foul. And then there was another point I said, entrepreneur, I want to do entrepreneurship because it affords me time for myself. I'll be my own boss. Foul. Because entrepreneurship, you don't even get to be a boss of yourself until after a certain time, anyways. You are doing because you are everything to the business. The business is boss. With parenting your children, they are boss, especially when you have toddlers or when you're just starting out. So, who is the boss here? So, how do you balance all of that? Just make sure you are standing well. How do you stand well? Practice presence. You have to um, try your best. It is very hard. You try your best to be as present as possible at different points in time. It is being present that will help you know that, okay, maybe this business can wait, or this order can wait, or this one can wait. Let me do this one for my child at this point. Or it is being present that will help you understand that this is something that my child still needs to learn, or I'm the only one who can do this for the child at this point in time. If you're not present, you would not know how to fit into these different roles. They are very fluid. Sometimes they are parallel, and sometimes they are interwoven. So it is practicing presence of mind that helps you know how to be all to this person at this point, be all to this course at this point, be all to your business at this point. At some point in my life, I was just starting a family, and unfortunately, I was also just starting my business. So I had two very important babies on my hands at the same time. However, one had life that I had no control over. The other one had life that I was the one that could breathe life into it. So whatever I gave it was the life that it became. For my child, they are living their life, whether you give them life or not, whether you deposit it on them or not. And then time will tell how much stuff you deposited into their lives. So I had to choose. Which brings me to the other point, which is understanding your seasons. My life changed when I began to plan per term on a termly basis. I mean, I had children, I had toddlers. They were just growing up, and I wanted to do a lot of things. I've always wanted, oh, I'm very ambitious. I've always wanted, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I have grand plans in my head. I have where I think my business should be if I start at this point. I mean, I've been doing business all my life. I started my fashion business as an undergraduate in my year two, thereabouts, sewing for my friends, fellowship sisters, and all of that during ASU strike and all of that. So it was good, and I already had a projection of what I should do, how far I'm taking it, what it should have become. But I had a baby, and in no distant time, they became two. After a while, they were growing, going to school, and I thought, okay, the toddler stage was behind me. My darling, no, it's not behind you. Childbearing, child rearing, and childcare does not have anything behind you. You cannot unmother yourself. Once a mother, you are forever a mother. One child changes everything. Once you born one, Carry your title with your full chest. Your first title is mother. Whether you want to put wife, mother, CEO, whatever, because you cannot unmother yourself. However, it's not going to be the be it all of your life. It should not consume your life. But you have to understand certain things before you can function in certain perspectives. So understand the seasons of your life. There's a season of your life that is a silent season where you're not out there. You're not doing anything. Nobody knows where you are. People are wondering, oh, what became of you? But you are there babysitting, you're taking care of your children, or family demands and all of that. Accept it. The more you fight it, you will neither be here nor there. When you're fighting it, you'll not be able to give your all to your children, and you also not be able to give your all to your business or whatever it is that is distracting you from being that full person that you want to be or that you should be. But once you understand your seasons, I started changing my calendar. I started taking speaking appointments based on my children's schedule, my children's school. So when we're on holidays like this, I'm on holiday. As you people are going for summer, I'm on summer holiday. Once and then during the week, so I stopped taking engagements, speaking engagements for weekends because I wanted to be available for my children. I also actually stopped going for choir rehearsals weekends because the weekend was the only full time I had with my children to because evening they're back, they're tired, we are doing homework, we're doing dinner and preparing for the next day, and everybody wants to catch enough sleep to be, alive for the next morning and happy and go and start again. So weekend was the only full time I really had. But then I realized that my weekend was always full. I was going for choir rehearsals, and then we were rehearsing till evening. And the next morning, Sunday felt like a Monday because we had to be in church early enough. We're doing workers' meeting. We're doing service. After service, you're doing after service again. You're doing rehearsal. Then I had to choose. You must learn to prioritize. And you cannot prioritize if you have not defined what is very important to you. A lot of us are living life based on things that were handed down to us, the thoughts, the patterns, the culture, and those people were working based on what was working for them at the time. So you must sit with yourself and say, I'm a mom now. What is this stage? What is this all about? What is this season? My child is dependent on me. I don't even care to call the shots. I don't even have a control over my time. So what do you do? What do I have control over? Or can I just pause on certain things and say, so that's what I'm saying, you must go back to understanding seasons. If you live your life past seasons, it's easier for you. If you live your life and say, this is my silent season, this is my childbearing season, then this is my child caring season. Child care is a lot of work. One of the things that we hardly talk about, and how daunting and committed you are. You have to be committed to it. Do you get? So you understand, live your life per season. Once you just understand, identify what season of my life is this. Is this childbearing? At this point, I feel carry belly anytime. Oh. Maybe after 9 months again, come to another belly. I don't know. I'm not encouraging that. But I'm just saying that define that window for yourself. Define the season. And so it helps you to say, okay, when do I want to be done with childbearing? How many children do I really want to have? Let me even tell you something very funny. Me, I wanted 5 children. Oh. I'm the first child, an only girl. And I wanted 5 children. Yes, my dear, I wanted 5. But you see, after I had the first one, it showed me Pepe and Shege together. And I'm like, okay, we got to rethink this decision. Bros, what's happening? Are we going to 5? The only way we're going to 5 is if we have double. If it's not doubling anything, no, 5 is not happening anymore. And by the time I got to the 3rd one, hello, sir, we're done. We're done here. Very done. Done, did it. That was it. Because I realized the amount of commitment to each child I had to give. I had to be, maybe not 100%, but again, because child care requires you dealing with a child per child basis. No 2 children are the same. In fact, have you not come across different children of same parents who look like they have different upbringing? They expose them to the same teachings, expose them to the same values, but one child is, please, hold this value here. And the other one is like, this is the extent to which I can go. Because each child is different. So parenting will help you know that you treat each child according to that child. And then you modify, is the same value, yes, but you modify it according to how the child understands. And you cannot do that if you're not present. You cannot. So understand your seasons, my darlings. Understand your season. Live your life per season. I live my life per term basis. It's better now because they are growing up and things are different and they're more responsible and everybody has the broom that is their own size or something, something. So you got to do what you got to do. My dear, if you can hold a spoon, you can hold a mop. That kind of thing. So understand the seasons of life that you're in. Define it for yourself. Choose that this is my season. Identify that season and say, this is how far I can go. Acknowledge it and live based on that. It helps you. Remember again, there's no balance anywhere. You are the balance. You are the one holding the scale. The scale is not holding you. The scale is going to break. When you jump on the scale and weigh yourself, measure yourself, what do you see there? You are the balance. The earlier you understand that, the better for all of us. So however you are balanced is how balanced the thing will be. However you stand, wherever you stand is where the balance is at that point in time. You are the balance. Don't try to balance everything. Don't try to balance anything. Don't try to balance motherhood, career, entrepreneurship. Make sure that you balance where. Stand where, my darling sister. That's the only balance that there is. Because the scale is going to shake. It's going to shake. And again, because there are different seasons, what was a balance at some point in time, there can be an imbalance later on. Seasons change. Oh my goodness. Oh, seasons change. Children change. They grow. Different things. There's the, what do they call that thing? Kindergarten, reception, everything to collect money for you from the school. You do kindergarten, you do reception, you do daycare. Sorry, they don't call it daycare now. It's now called crash. Yeah. Say after me, crash. Yeah. It's called crash. So we do crash, we do reception, we do kindergarten. Before we call it KG1, KG2, they say no, it's kindergarten. After kindergarten, where do we go to? We do nursery. No, it's not nursery. It's called preschool. Oh my goodness, how did I forget that? Preschool, long way. So it's called preschool. Then after preschool, we now go to school. And then that time we're using primary 1, primary 2, primary 3, primary 4. Now they say it's year 1. Where is the balance in that thing? You are the one that will balance well, because again, at some point, we're doing ABC, D, E, F, G. Now it's A, B, C, A for apple, B for ball, C as in car, my dear. So that's where we are. So where is the balance at that? There's no balance anywhere. You make sure. So me, I had to learn A, B, C. I'm serious. I got to learn A, B, C. Me that they use ABD to teach me ABC and a slate and write chalk and all of that. This doesn't even know what chalk is, my dear. Okay, so balance well, structure according to your seasons, and also structure according to your family dynamics. Oh my goodness, this changed my life.
Is that the third point?
Yes. No two husbands are the same. No two wives are the same. No two siblings are the same. No two children are the same. No two families are the same. So you are going to have to structure according to your family dynamics. Take, for instance, you have an out-of-station husband. You definitely cannot compare it to a husband who leaves the house, who is available to help you do school runs, or who leaves the house at 6 a.m. and all of it. Might not even be out of station. It might just be a husband who has to leave the house by 5. Are you going to take your children to school by 5 a.m.? No. So you're going to structure according to your family dynamics. But if you don't even know the family dynamics because you're looking into another person's family, you're going to get lost. You're going to get swamped. And you're going to strain your relationship with your husband and with your children. Because again, you are not even understanding that my family is different. You're not even understanding that. Take, for instance, me like this, that time, I had very fussy eaters. Oh my goodness. My children are eating and they're stuffing food in their mouth. And you are begging them, please, can you swallow this food? And you turn to DJ Mommy. You are singing different. Oh my, mommies are the best composers. Oh, I just had to chip that in. We compose. Oh my God. It's just that record label. People don't want to sign us up. If we, what they call it, EP, what do people call it, single. Oh my goodness. I need someone to take up that challenge. Record label, I don't know them now these days. Which record label should we call? Is it Brother Goose, we all your Abigail's Baba? Who are we calling? Please, we need you to sign us up for a mommy album. Hello, let me take off my glasses. It's a serious matter. Have you heard the songs that mommies, different mommies have composed? The lullabies. My goodness. They are something worth publishing. Give us EP1, EP2, album 1, album 2. What did they call that thing? List of, what did they call that thing again?
List of songs.
List of songs. Playlist. Oh, that's the word. Enjoy, please. It's a very, you see, I have to take off my glasses. It's a serious matter. I'm composed Yati. My brother, please, I'm calling on all directors and song producers. Take us to the studio. Studio is even far. Where we are like this, just give us a baby. Oh my goodness, and a keyboard. What's that song again? You want to remind me of a song?
What?
Our song now. Some of our songs when we're small. You want me to sing? I love my baby, I love my baby, I love my baby, enough is small. Can you remember? Anyways, over to you. Over to you. Let God use you. We have an album to record. What else? So I've talked about family dynamics. I've talked about the seasons. Now, that family dynamics is important because, like I said, no two child are the same. No two husbands are the same. I remember when I was single, I lived in a face me, I face you. It's called face me, I face you. It's just a room and parlor apartment with my parents. And then I was going to get married. I was expecting the same thing. Then my fiancé at the time went to collect a 2-bedroom flat. I mean, for the first time in my life, that's what I knew what they were calling flat. I didn't know what is flat. What are you talking about? How does flat become an apartment? Then, brother, you didn't collect self-contained. You didn't collect room and parlor. You went and collected 2 beds. Who is sleeping in the second bed? And why do we have a dining area that there are no books on top? Why is your dining table a proper dining? Because again, if you grow up where I grew up, what's our dining table for? Hello? Yeah? Books? Yes? Yes, library, your dictionary, Oxford Learner's Dictionary, my darling, on your dining. And then maybe only that is food. And what else do we always put there? You ask where we do our homework. We actually do not eat on a dining table. So why do you think that you are going to rent a house and it has a proper dining setting? Why? And that's where I was coming from. However, I had to unlearn and understand that, I mean, this is a man who is preparing for his family, and this is what he has in mind, which was good. And I had to align. And like, oh, this is good. He's a forward-thinking person who understands that, oh, the family will be big at some point. We could have guests or an assistant coming to help us different point in time, or the baby will need some privacy, or we will need some privacy and all of that. It was good. So understand your family dynamics. And the only way you can understand your family dynamics is by being present. The only way you can understand your seasons is by being present. So structure your life according to your family dynamics. The family dynamics I'm talking about refers to your husband, your children, and your values. Align your values together. That's the only way it's going to work. Align your values together and build structure around it. Remember I said I had to build structure around working on part-time basis because of my children. So we work first term, second term, third term. They're on holiday, I'm on holiday. I had to come to terms with that. They're on weekend, I'm on weekends. I had to come to terms with that. And then whatever speaking engagement or whatever thing I'm doing, I'm going or attending conferences or whatever, I do that during the week. And I don't go beyond 3 p.m. because they close at 3 and I had to leave earlier. Probably I leave at 2:30, 2:45, depending on the distance between where I'm at and where I'm going to. And I used that one to hold my body till I had the time. So you must leverage on what you have. That's the only way to maximize it. Do not look forward so much to the future that you are now absent here in the present. Seasons, understand them. Your family dynamics, understand them. Identify your seasons and define what season you are in. Define what success looks like to you. Define what marriage looks like to you. Define what parenting looks like to you. Most likely, it's not the same as the societal one. Most likely, it's not the same as your neighbor's own. But you have to sit with yourself and define, what is this for me? What does marriage look like for me? What does marriage and business look like for me? What does marriage and career look like for me? What will give me self-fulfillment in this current season of my life? That is it. I hope that you have learned a thing or two. If you don't learn anything, start again from the beginning. Rewind like this. And when you finish watching, don't forget to subscribe so that you can be notified next time I come live. See you.